Hello, welcome to the Student By-Election 2019 question time. We're streaming live on Facebook. Please comment with any questions you have for the candidates. Today, we have three candidates vying for three positions. First is John Gbabo, vying for the position of Vice President Welfare. We've also got Helen Ohanesi for the position of Academic Council Postgraduate Representative, and Lin Meng for the position of Academic Council Undergraduate Representative. While we wait on the other candidates to join us, I would quickly ask for John Gbabo to please introduce yourself, who you are, and why do you think students should vote for you?
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. My name is John Gbabo. I am a MSc student of Business and Management, and I am vying for Vice President Welfare. Uh, Part of the reasons why I want students to vote for me for this post is I have had experience in leading and serving students before now, and trying to get students the best welfare as much as possible. During my undergrads, I was my class rep for 4 years, and that gave me an opportunity to understand the challenges students face and how to relate it to the school authority. It wasn't just me. I also had the opportunity of serving on the student team where we related challenges students face to the school senate. So that's gave me the courage to run for this, and hopefully I'll get to have the opportunity to serve students.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You have already answered a couple of the other questions that I may have, which is why you decided to run for this position and what do you think makes you a good candidate. Like you have said, you've had experience in the past where you were on a student panel, you were able to raise some of the issues that students face and escalate some of these issues to the Senate body as well. Before we go forward, I would ask for any member of the audience if you may have any questions that you might want to ask John. Okay. I'll quickly introduce Ursula, who is sitting to my right. Ursula Ojiji is the president for communication and democracy. Ursula, do you have any words or any questions for John?
Okay. Hi, John. I
Hi.
just want to know what would you like to implement over the next 6 months that you'll be elected, as VP for welfare?
Thank you, sir, for your question. If you look at my manifesto, most of you have it. It's part of the things I intend to do. Most of them are already in place. We're just going to improve on them. Some are probably not. Maybe once I get into the system, I'll be sure which is in place and which is not. But in the next 6 months, part of the things I intend to do jointly with the current executive would have a welcome team. That one's not in my manifesto, but it's part of the things most of the students I spoke to before coming talked about. A lot of students before coming to RGU, a lot of international students were coming. They had challenges at the airport, not knowing which means to take to town because they're new in the country, and a lot of them spent more than what they budgeted for. But if we had a team that would welcome them at the airport, tell them what to do, where to go, nothing to elaborate, but something there to have our presence. Because fortunately, or unfortunately, as the case may be, for me, when I was coming, my family came to welcome me, so I hadn't so much challenges. But I saw some other schools that came to welcome and just put their signs up to have students there. I don't know if we already have it, but I didn't see it with that I came. So if we don't have it, it's part of the things I intend to put in place to help mostly international students that are coming for the first time. Also for students here already, we part of the things I have is I took a census of most of the challenges students think they've been going through and they would like to see in place. I spoke to some nursing students. Over 50 of them said they would like blankets in the ABS rooms because it's usually cold when they're having their lectures, and it's really sometimes uncomfortable for them. So some would prefer blankets to cover their legs so it can make it more conducive, which is something I thought would be nice to liaise with the current executives, and if it's something we can do in the future to make it easier for students to learn. Also, it might sound funny though, but a lot of students said they would like sleeping booths where they can relax and nap for
For
some
like the
time.
mental health and
Yes,
stuff. Oh,
yes,
okay.
to ease stress. And
Okay.
so
Sounds
it's things that would discuss. All these are part of the things I put in my manifesto. And if, when when elected in, I would liaise with the current executive as well as the school authority, and to see things that we can put in place to make the learning environment more conducive.
all right. Thank you, John.
How do you think you'll be able to manage your role alongside your studies as well?
Thank you, Emmanuel, for your question. It's not going to be an easy challenge. It's going to be a tough challenge, that I'm sure. But proper time management is what I am looking at. This is part of the things I have. I won't say I pride myself. I try to manage my time well. Paramountly, what brought me here is to study my MSc, and then every other thing follows. I also want to give part of my time to serving, which is why I'm doing this. And um, as much as possible, I am going to manage my time, because one thing I've discovered in this place is if you don't manage your time, you would really. I wake up sometimes, and before I know it, it's already 10 a.m. and I have a 12 o'clock before I get to the bus. So really need to manage your time, which is part of the things I intend to do for myself to make me function properly. I'll manage my time, my studies, and then give the time I'm required to give, and even more, as well as make sure I don't fall short of my studies. That's the plan.
Thank you, John. One final question for me before I open up the floor to the members of the audience again is, of course, no human being is perfect. No human being has got it all. If there is one thing you're hoping to be able to learn or improve upon personally, a skill, whatever it may be, while you're in this role, what would that be?
Negotiation skills. Um, it's part of the skills I would like to improve on. Talking to, getting people, winning people over, um, is something I want to really improve, that negotiation skills. So if I have the platform, if this gives me that platform, I would really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you, sir.
Can I one more time put the question to members of the audience? Um, if you have any question for Mr. John Gbabo. Thank you very much, Mr. John. A round of applause from
Thank
the
you.
audience. Um, as it stands, we don't have the other two candidates present. However, we are open to taking more questions for them, and which we will definitely put to this candidates. However, it is my pleasure to mention to the members of the public that voting is now open. Yay! You can cast your votes on the union website at www.rguunion.co.uk. Voting closes at 2 p.m. on Thursday, the 14th of November this week. Thank you to the candidates for taking part in the question session. Thank you very much.